Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2 of CFR. You join us here in beautiful Azerbaijan at the Baku Street Circuit for round number 2 of season 1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last race. Of course, that was done on my main channel with the highlights on this channel, but now all of the CFR races will be right here. It'll either be me doing the comps or it'll be someone else. As I was very close to not being able to do comps this evening, but thankfully I am here. We are ready and raring to go. For us in the UK, it is starting an hour later, so just keep that one in mind, guys. So we haven't started late or anything. It's just, you know, time zones and time differences and everything. So I'm just going to share the stream into the Discord chat, and then I will run down the championship standings after round 1. Right, so before we get into the commentary and everything, we have the constructors as they stand. It is Haas that are in front at the moment with 28 points. Second is Red Bull with 19. Alfa Romeo very close behind on 18. Ferrari in 4th with 12. Well, joint 4th, should I say, is Ferrari and the Renault are both on 12 points. Williams in 6th with 8 points. AlphaTauri, or Toro Rosso for F1 2019 purposes, is on 6 points. Is AlphaTauri in 7th. And then we've got the Racing Point, McLaren and Mercedes at the bottom of the standings with no points. The top 10 in the drivers' standings is MG Tuccio, of course, won last week. You also get an extra point for pole position, which is quite a nice incentive. Then in second is Cod Oliver with an amazing recovery drive, in all fairness. Was at the back of the grid after lap 1, came away with 2nd place. Third, we've got VR46. Fourth is JOF1TO in 4th. 5th is Mike Cool. James in 6th. Lipiqueta in 7th. Luke Bailey in 8th. Carl in 9th. And The Origins in 10th position. So, can we get more of the same from last week? Of course, I will be doing highlights again. So, if you are wanting to watch the full race, there will be highlights. Hopefully going up on Wednesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday, as Baspate goes into the wall there and he loses some of his front right wing. Thankfully, this is a high downforce track, so it should not affect him that much. Just a little bit more in the slower corners, so the last sector is going to be a bit of a pain in the backside for him. But hopefully you guys at home can hear me okay. I need to check. Yep, yeah, I heard my voice. There we go. Right, let's get everything up. We'll get the telemetry up. We'll get the lap. In fact, I'm going to take off the telemetry. We're going to put on track stuff as well, and the fitted tyres for now. We've got Carl on the hards, and a lot of people are on the softs. Mike Cool is also on the hards as well. So yes, we have about an hour and a half worth of F1 action for you guys at home. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, and a handkerchief if you're sneezing like me. Don't worry, I haven't got the virus or anything, it's just a cold. As Pillars and Beams sets the time to beat so far with a 1:39.5. Let's see what Baspate can do down this very long straight. I do like this track, it's very technical. Baspate does a 1:44, so that front wing might have actually hindered him slightly. But so far, yeah, the time to beat is a 1:39.5. Let me know in the comments below what you think will be today's result. Who do you think will finish in the top 3? I would always be appreciative of your input, guys. But I'm looking forward to today's race, really am. Of course, I'm racing tomorrow and Sunday. I'm racing 3 times in 2 days. Wish me luck. James goes faster with a 1:39.5, so very close at the top there between the top 2, between Pillars and Beams and James. I'm looking forward to it. I do like I say, I like this track. and everything. So, as there is a yellow in sector 1, I think that's just pillars and beams. No, not pillars and beams. Luke Bailey just getting out of the way there, I believe. So yeah, qualifying is more of a relax, and then once the race starts, oh, we're going to be getting into the action there. That's a blue screen for a second, guys. I'm very, very sorry. I've just got to check to make sure that I've actually got enough storage on the PlayStation to record, and I do believe so. So I do apologise for those at home. I promise that will not happen again. My friend wants a link to the race, so that is what I shall do now. Wonder if Mike Hall's doing another fast lap or anything. I think he is. Down the long main straight here. This is where, if you've got like a slippier car, it's going to help you out a lot. Mike Hall does improve by a second, but he's still in 7th place. So I wonder how everything's going to be. Let me know, guys, to those that are racing, what is the weather going to be like for the race? Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be dry? Just let us know. As MG Tukio, or Tuccio, I still can't get his name right, with the devil score, well, with the devil time now, a 138.666. Is it the sign of the devil? Is it the sign of things to come from him? I do not know. As we do have one car just, I think it was just Mike getting out of the way there. I'm expecting a lot of action, especially around this track. It's not an easy place to overtake at all, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. We've got VR46 Stube, and in fact we're actually going to go on board with Stube and see what sort of time he can set. Doesn't want to hit the curbs too much, the apex curbs or anything, because that will lose you a little bit of time. See how it does here. Stays away from the from that apex. Like I say, with these corners and everything and the curbs, you can lose a lot of time. Now through the castle section, very difficult to lose it going up the castle section there, going through it, shall I say. But it seems to be okay. Of course, we are going to see possibly faster times as the session goes on. Of course, it is only short qualifying, so you know, you've got like 3 or 4 different runs that you can do, or if you want to do 2 runs, then you can go for that glory lap, of course. Let's see how he does. Is he going to lift off? No, he doesn't. Doesn't look like it. Keeps it planted. And now he's on the long straight. Can he get into P1? Very, very quick. He's run out of ERS though. 209 miles an hour. He goes into P4 with a 139.911. So a very respectable time there from him. Let's go on board with VR46 as he's about to cross the line himself. And then we'll go on board with Joel Granger. Let's see what VR46 can do. Is he running out of it? No, he's going into the pits. He's baited us all. Let's have a look at Joel then. Can he get into P1 this evening? He's about to run out of ERS, and Joel goes into P10. Surely there's some more time to be found then, as MG Tukio is in AI mode. Naughty, naughty, naughty. As long as you're not doing that for the race, my friend, it should be okay. So I wonder if there's anyone that's VR46 though is in the pits, so I don't know if he's going to do a one lap glory run here. I think that actually might be him now coming out of the pits, so he might have made a mistake, I'm not too sure. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Bass Bait is still setting times on the softs. If I were you, bud, yeah, you're gonna have to pit in now. Yeah, definitely gonna need to pit in. Go on to a fresh set of softs there, Bass, and then do another glory run. Try and beat that time. Of course, around this track there is no room for error at all, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully everyone can be respectful and see what happens. As we've got Joel and a little bit of altercation there between Joel and Need for Speed. He carried way too much speed into the pit lane now. Need for Speed did, and almost went into the back of Joel. So we'll see Bass Bait come into the pits, most likely to get a new fresh set of softs and then go for another flying lap, one last flying lap. Trying to go up to Mason Harris here. There we go. So Mason is he on a flying lap? Yes, he is on a flying lap. Let's see what Mason can do tonight. Showed some promise in the last race, of course. I think though he didn't actually finish the race, unfortunately. But we shall wait and see if he can redeem himself here tonight. What a view that is, the castle section here in Azerbaijan. Tapping the wall there by the looks of things. And he was very brave into that corner earlier, but he goes on slightly wide. Is he slower? Is he going to dive into the pits? But I'll tell you what, the car is planted. Is he going to come into the pits here? Is he going to just get a new fresh set of softs to go for one more flying lap? He's currently in P5. No, he's staying out. He's doing this lap. Let's see what he can do. He goes into P4 with a 139.7. Very well done there. We've got Stu Bait on an out lap now. We've got VR46 currently about to finish his lap. Let's see where this is going to put him. VR46 into P6. Good job from him there. So it looks like then people are going to start on the mediums and the softs. So it looks like no one wants to start on the hard tyre, which is understandable. You'd rather finish the race on the hard tyre when you'll be that little bit faster. But we've got a lot of people now coming out on their outlaps. In fact, nearly everyone is out on outlaps. Let's go on board with Need for Speed. He's just started his flying lap now. Can he improve on the 141.0? Can he get into the top 5 perhaps? It's certainly possible. But I'm just looking now. Look at the times here between 6th and 8th. Absolutely brilliant times here. There's like what 30. Oh, we got a 5-place grid penalty. 5-place grid penalty for James. Let's see what happens. So, oh no, instant with Joel. But he's got people behind him, so I wonder if anyone out there is on outlaps. The two teammates, unfortunately, coming together. So he's not going to be happy because that's going to put him down into at least P7 for now. Let's go back on board with... Who was it? I can't remember. I think it was... No, it wasn't VR4. It was someone and I forgot who it was. It was Need for Speed. There we go. But yeah, can Need for Speed improve on his time? Let's got some cars ahead of him. We might be able to get the slipstream off them. He's currently half a second slower, so doesn't look like he's going to do it. And he's not going to have enough time to come into the pits and get a new set of tyres. So that is his qualifying over. He might be able to though. No, he's not going to be able to set another time either after this. He's 7/10 slow, unfortunately. Let's go on board with one of the Hasses, which is MG Tuccio. Looking very, very good to get P1 again. I think he got P1 last week. Yeah, he got pole position, so it's going to be an extra point for him. And he could start running away with this championship already, and it's only round 2. As there's an incident in sector 2. What is that? Someone's gone into the wall at the castle section. They've done a Leclerc, and that was Cod Oliver. So that's him. That's him done for the session, I believe. Then Cod Oliver getting out of the way of MG Tuccio. Can Tuccio improve on his 138.666? He'll be sad to see if he does improve. Stubate goes into P2. Let's just stay on board with current pole position sitter and championship leader. Let's take a look. Cod Oliver has retired from the session. He's retired on track though. That's not the right thing to do. Tuccio goes across the line with a 138.1, so that should see him on pole position. Let's see who else is. We've got Luke Bailey about to cross the line. In fact, there's quite a few people crossing the line. Need for Speed goes into 10th, I think that was. Who else is about to cross the line? No, Luke Bailey has backed off. He's backed off. He was, I think, quicker as well. Mike Cool is about to start his time. James has crossed the line. He's in P3, but he's going to start at least P8 now. But of course, with that 5-place grid penalty. Let's go on board with the VR46 has already done his lap. We've got, I think, one of the racing points. He's on a flying lap here. He's 2 seconds slow, but it looks like he might just be holding up. I think he's holding up someone. No, he won't be actually, because everyone has finished their laps, I believe. I don't know. He might have held up Flecky Boy here. And I think he has. Yeah, I think he might have held up Flecky Boy. I'm not too sure, of course. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But let's go on board. One of the last ones to cross the line, I think. In fact, no, I think he will be one of the last ones to cross the line. He's going to want to start on the medium. So, can he improve on his P9 so far? Of course, he will go up a place. I think, no, he won't go up a place if he stays in 9th. James is going to be starting in at least 8th, but if Mike can get into P7, he will then start in P6, of course. And he's backed out. So there we go then. Pretty simple start to the session there. So it is MG Tukio taking his second pole position of the season. He is starting to run away with this already, and it should be a good race. He's a second quicker than second place. Fortunately, James will start in 8th. He's got a 5-place grid penalty, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'm just going to wait for the official qualifying results, and then we shall get into the race. Of course, the highlights will be up on Tuesday, hopefully, because I will be getting the championship standings before I do upload and I finish editing. I mean, this is all done on the PlayStation Share Factory, so it's not going to be the best of edited videos and everything, but I am trying my best here, ladies and gentlemen. But actually no, James is going to be starting in P13. He's got a 10-place grid penalty. He is not going to be happy with that, but it is going to be MG Tukio, Stube, and then in 3rd it's going to be Le Puerta, Pillars and Beams, Mason Harris, VR46, Luke Bailey, Mike Cool, Joel Granger, Carl, Need for Speed, Cod Oliver. Then it will be James, and then back to normal with Flecky Boy and Bass Bait. I wonder what happened then to James. He's got 2 5-place grid penalties, so he will be starting towards the back of the grid, not where he wants to be. Can he redeem himself though? It's definitely possible. I hate to say it, but I'm expecting some safety cars this evening, just because it's, you know, this is league racing, and street races like this never seem to go well. But let's wait and see what happens. I'm looking forward to today's race. Hopefully you guys are as well. Like I say, sit back, relax with a cup of coffee, with some popcorn or whatever you like to eat and drink, and yeah, just enjoy the show. Hopefully we can get a better start than we did last week. So got a few seconds left for the sessions to start. We are about to go racing very, very shortly. And of course we do have the mandatory formation lap as well to get through. So I will officially run down everything. It is MG Tukio taking his second pole position of the season after 2 races actually, so that's an extra point for him. Then we've got Stube, Le Puerta, Pillars and Beams, Mason Harris, VR46, Luke Bailey, Mike Cool, Joel Granger, Carl, Need for Speed, Cod Oliver, James. Of course he would have started in P3, but with the 10-place grid penalty in qualifying, it's going to demote him all the way to the back of the grid, so hopefully he can get a safe getaway. Flecky Boy and then Bass Bait is rounding off the field. Can MG Tukio take advantage of this pole position? Can he get another race victory? Can he just start running away with this? Can he get 54 points out of 54? We shall have to wait and see. Let's have a look at the tyres that everyone is starting on. Of course, the people at the back have got a free choice of tyres outside the top 10. It seems to be a 50-50 sort of strategy here. The top 5 are all on softs, of course. VR46 is on mediums, Luke Bailey is on softs, Mike Hall on mediums, Joel Granger on softs, and Carl on mediums. Then we've got Need for Speed, Cod Oliver, Flecky Boy and Bass Bait all on mediums, with James in the middle of that pack on the soft tyres. It's going to be an interesting race strategy. I wonder if it's going to be if they can do 1 stop, or is it going to be a 2-stop strategy. Of course, 2-stop strategy will make them very, very aggressive. But fingers crossed we can get a much better start than we did last week, because I don't think we want to restart it all again. So, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and hopefully you guys at home are as well. Of course, highlights shall be up on either Tuesday or Wednesday, possibly Wednesday. I'll try and do them on Wednesday. Latest, of course, it's going to be a Thursday. In fact, I'll probably do them on Thursdays. How about that? Thursdays will be good. So it's what another league that I'm in does, upload it a day before the actual race so you can get up to speed. So Thursdays will be the highlights. And yeah. I don't think I'll be doing interviews this evening because I've got quite a few bits and pieces to do after this. So, and plus it's difficult for me to be able to conduct interviews when it's just myself. So hopefully if we can get some more people in, it'll be nice to do get a co-commentator in, which we'll try and get sorted, especially if I'm unable to do comms or anything. So, because I managed to get home just in time for this. But anyway, lights are about to go up. We are about to go racing. Yellow in sector 3, I don't know what for. Who knows? But anyway, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights are out and away we go for round 2, and it's a jump start drive-through penalty for Flecky Boy. Can everyone get away safely? The top 2 seem to be doing okay, as we've got is it Mason Harris in the wall at the back there. So not a great start from him. James is up into P10. Yes, P10. But we've got a few incidents at the back. We've got a yellow. Well, we did have a yellow flag in sector 1, but at the moment it seems to me that everyone has gotten away okay-ish. There's some action going on at the back here between Flecky Boy and Mason Harris. Mason Harris not with the great start, and he goes into the back of Luke Bailey, so he has lost some of his front wing here. Let's stay on board. It's going to go around the outside. He's definitely lost some of his front wing, hasn't he? Yes, he has lost some of his front wing, so that is going to affect him in the corners here. Both end plates are gone, so he's going to have less downforce than everyone else. Could help him out going down the straight, but I can see him going into the pits at the end of the lap. But at the moment, it's MG Tukio leading from the Puerta, Stube, Pillars and Beams, VR46, Mike Cool, Joel Granger, Carl Galea, Need Speed, and James with a fantastic start, actually, up 3 places. Oh, hits! Oh, there's an instant. Need Speed has retired from the session, not what he wanted on his debut here today. Oh no, and then Flecky Boy's also round. Flecky Boy is round as well. We've got a VSC. Oh no. From my eyes, it just looked like that James just hit the back of Need for Speed, so not going to be a happy boy there, Need for Speed. But I'm surprised that we don't have a safety car, as we are now green. We are racing yet again, as we've got Mason Harris and James all in the pits. There's a yellow in sector 1, and that's actually Joel Granger. I think Joel Granger is in the wall here. I'm unsure. So Joel Granger is out of the session as well. He's out of the race, and it's only a yellow flag, as we've got everyone still racing at the moment. We've got the bottom 3 all in the pits for new front wings and fresh tyres. But Joel Granger is out of the race, so unfortunately after 2 laps we have lost 2 cars. But at the moment it is MG Tukio controlling this already. It's 2.5 seconds up already within the first 2 laps, so it looks like he's going to run away with this one, but you can never count anything out. As James has found a new route on the track. He's trying to come up with a new tactic here, and it's actually a safety car. The safety car is out after 2 laps. So I wonder if that's if James has caused that safety car just by misjudging his braking point. So that lead that MG Tukio has built up is going to be no longer. So I wonder if we're going to see anyone dive into the pits to get some new tyres, or if they're all going to stay out. And here we go then, the front runner is in the pits. It looks like everyone is about to come into the pits. As you know, we've got VR46 is going, is staying out actually. We've got Tokyo in the pits on the hard tyres. We've got some hard tyres now going on for the Quarter as well. Joel has just put into the comments, controller's broken, randomly turns left, forgot about that. For God's sake, that's not good, and it's going to be difficult for you to get a new controller with everything that's going on in the world. Simon, LeBron, and Daje Tokyo, Forza Italia. I'm guessing that you're going to be cheering on for Tokyo here. So, but yes, let me know who you would like to win. Yeah, I just realised I haven't started recording, so at the end of this I've got to make sure that I can get the footage afterwards. In fact, I'm going to try and do that now. And I think I have screwed myself over, so it might be the case of having no highlights, unfortunately. I wonder if I can say it. I might be okay. I need to check to see if I've got the footage here. So I'm going to have to blue screen for a couple of seconds here. It looks like I might not be able to do highlights here. Actually, no, it looks okay. We are looking a-okay here. So I will start the recording again once the safety car comes in. So thankfully, I have still got the first part of that race. So Flecky Boy, the only one on track on the soft tyres at the moment. I don't think that was the right idea. Probably should have gone to hard tyres. But I wonder though if the hard tyres will actually go to the end of the race. They should. I don't see why they wouldn't. Oh, as VR46 nearly goes into the back of the safety car there. But yeah, we've lost two drivers unfortunately early on. Of course, Joel Granger and Need for Speed. Remember, if there is any incidents that you want reporting, please upload it to YouTube and share the link into the incident section, and we will all take a look at it. The admins and everything will look at it, and I'll take a look at it, of course, because I am lead commentator and GP1 admin already after about 2 weeks of just being here. So, but yeah, we'll take a look at everything. I wonder if the safety car is going to be in this lap. We shall have to wait and see. I wonder if the safety car's ever crashed on this game. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Joel Granger has left the session, so unlucky to him. Safety car is going to be in this lap, so we are going to be underway very, very shortly, as VR is now the pace setter. So we shall have to wait and see what happens here. He'll probably get away from everyone fairly soon. He's going to want to do it when everyone is unsuspecting of it. Not just yet though, because the safety car isn't in. He'll do it any second now though. When's he going to put the foot to the floor? There we go. AVR46 is away. And I tell you what, he's gotten away from Mike Cool. But it looks like though Mike Cool is, I was about to say he's catching up, but he's not. But is there going to be any instance into turn one? Let's take a look. It seems like, oh no! Pillars and Beam and Lebaquerta have collided. Oh, please be safe, everyone. As Siri wanted to work then for a second. But we have got some instance here already. Probably not the right move to go down the inside as Pillars and Beam has spun again. Almost goes into the side of Luke Bailey. And Pillars and Beam has left the session. No, you do not want to be doing that. But thankfully though, your car will stay in IR mode. And if you do rejoin, you will be able to. As James just goes straight over the curb and just sideswipes Luke Bailey. Ridiculous move in my opinion, absolutely ridiculous, I have to say. Some questionable driving here from some of the drivers. Oh, we've got a little bit of carbon fibre going about. Is it Basbay or... No, it was actually Stube losing the front right end plate, I think it was. Oh, he somehow makes the move stick. And that also promotes Mason Harris up into another place as well. But, oh, these two are ghosting. Mason Harris gets into P5 and it looks like that Stube is about to... Yeah, he's coming into the pits now. Bassbait's spun or tried going into the pits. Oh dear. Like I say, some very questionable driving here this evening, I have to admit. Lebaquerta is getting a new front wing because he hasn't got a front wing, unfortunately. Alright, let's go on board then with VR46 as he's trying to retake P1. So it looks like that Mike Course got past him at one point. And I forgot to record again. Thankfully I can just capture it anyway. I'm very, very tired, I apologise. MG Tukio though is starting to catch on Carl. Can Tukio take third place at the end of the straight? We shall have to wait and see. Of course there is no DRS just yet, I don't believe. Oh, Tukio though almost understeers a little bit. But he's catching, and he breezes past, but I think Carl is going to the pits. No, he's not. So Tukio retakes third place, so he's on that hunt now for P1. But can Carl get back at him? It doesn't look like he can. Let's go on board with James, who's trying to catch up to Stube, as I think Stube's just hit the wall there. Yeah, he's lost a load of front wings, lost both end plates. So I wonder if Stube's going to pit. No, he's not. But here comes James. He's going to go for an audacious dive down the inside. Not just yet. Thinks better of it this time. Oh no, Stube, of course, with no downforce whatsoever now on the car, due to losing both his front end plates, has just careened into all. Very lucky to not end his race there. So he will have to pit again. And this is not looking great. Oh, yeah, there's no front downforce in that car. He's going to have to pit very, very shortly. So look, it looks like that everyone is, you know, very spread out. So, but VR is trying to retake P1 against Mike. So we'll stay on board with these two for the time being. Can someone send invite to Dan? Which one's Dan? Oh, hang on, we've got Flecky Boy losing a few places here. I wonder if he lost some. He's lost some of his front wing here. He's lost some of his front wing, and it looks like he is lagging slightly as well. So. But it looks like now MG Tokyo he's only 2 seconds behind P1, so he is starting to catch. Of course, by those things he can go into P. Oh, hang on, we've got Carl, I think, almost hitting the wall and careening off track as well. But we've got some good battles here. In the midfield, we've got Stubay in the pits, and of course, has now been promoted up into P10. Oh, we've got Cod Oliver at the end of just there. Oh no, can he get back on track safely? Yes he can. Yes he can. Pillars and Beam. If anyone's listening, can someone re-invite Pillars and Beam please? I do not have him as a friend. I'll try now actually if I can. I can't, unfortunately. I can't actually invite anyone. It won't let me. Like you can even tell, so someone's going to have to try and re-invite him, or you can try and join through someone else. I'll try now. Again, like I say, it's... Yeah, I can't invite him, unfortunately. Mike Call is in the pits. Let's see what tyres he goes on. He's actually lost some of his front wing, so everyone is losing their front wing, so this isn't a great track for a lot of people. And onto the hard tyres he goes, so he will go to now towards the end of the, or go to the end of the race, shall I say. Luke Bailey has left the session. Let's see what happens. So both Toro Rossos, both Alfa Romeo, sorry, have left the session. Let's go on board with MG Tokyo because he is right at the back of VR46. Can MG Tokyo retake P1? Let's see. Very brave going over the curbs there, I have to say. But he will be within DRS range, so we'll stay on board because I can see an overtaking manoeuvre happening very, very soon. Here we go. It looks like VR46 is going to go into the pits. Yeah. So there wasn't a real battle there. Come on, VR. Oh, he hits the wall though. He hits the wall for good measure. Pillars and Beam. I think Pillars and Beam is actually back. It looks like Pillars and Beam is back in the session here. No, it's not. Pillars and Beam has rejoined, so thankfully he's back. I think Luke Bailey is going to need an invite as well, if anyone can hear me and can invite him back. So we've got Pillars and Beam back. He's about to retake his car, I believe. And then we've got Luke Bailey that will need an invite soon. But we are about halfway into today's race. Not a lot of overtaking manoeuvres, but there's been a lot of action to start at the start of the race, should I say. Now Mike is going to be looking to retake third place. VR is on softs, so that unfortunately we'll not see him towards the end of the race, so he's going to lose positions here. He's going to have some pace to begin with, as Lippquerta and Mason Harris are having a bit of a battle for 6th place. Mason Harris is trying to get that position back though. Doesn't look like Pillars and Beam has actually got back into his car just yet. Hopefully he can very, very soon. Goes down board though with Piquetta and Mason Harris. The battle for 6th place, of course, hard and medium runners here. A lovely helmet as well. Mason, oh, a little bit of a Pillars and Beam has left the session again, and oh no, this is not good. So both the Alfa Romeo drivers are having connection troubles here. Not what we want to see, unfortunately. Oh, Mason Harris is having real trouble with that car, and there is why he has lost his front right part of the wing, so he's going to have to pit. I'm sure now mediums will see him to the end of the race. Don't want to be going flat through here. Oh no! Very close to ending the race there. Carl is now in the pits. He's on the hard tyres. Bit of a weird camera angle there, have to admit. There we go, it's coming out of the pits now. So Mason Harris will be in the pit. Oh, Mason Harris is really struggling. Of course, this is not an easy track to drive around. But let's see what tyres though Mason Harris goes on. Will he go onto the mediums? Will he go onto the softs? I can expect mediums here. Yeah, medium tyres and a new front wing. So, he's got some ground to make up. Can he do it? He's got plenty of time to spare between Flecky Boy and Bassbait, who are at the back of the grid now. But it does look like though everyone is fanning out. There's not really any battles. The close battle is between the two disconnected cars here, and you know, I mean, let's stay on board these two actually. See if there's any battles here going on. But yeah, AG Tokyo though is running away with this now. He's 20 seconds ahead of P2, and of course this will now see these tyres should see him towards the end of the race. He's even got the chance as well to go onto the softs and set a fast lap. Let's take a look at position change. James though doing very well, up 9 places. VR46 does a 1:42.4, so far he's going to take that extra point. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, MG Tokyo is controlling this. Look at he's just going around the track so easily. He knows that he's got this one in the bag now, and if he needs to push, he can. It looks like he's coming up against Bassbait. He's about to lap Bassbait here. We've got Con Oliver and Stu Bain. Oh, Con Oliver does a bit of Tokyo drifting there. So we're going to stay on board with these two. It looks like Con Oliver has got a blue helmet on, which might be either trying to match the Toro Rosso colours or supporting the NHS through the time of crisis and everything. So, of course, a lot of F1 esports drivers are from the UK are doing that at the moment. So Con Oliver now goes to P8 with Stube in P7. I'm not going to be showing telemetry because I don't want other drivers to see it, but he's quick, that's all I'm saying. VR is starting to catch up slightly. But ever so slightly though. Of course he is on fresh softs. Oh, James is in the pits. James has gone into the pits, so of course them soft tyres wouldn't have lasted him. Now he's going to go to, we're on the halfway stage, and he is now going to be staying on the mediums all the way. I know I'm his teammate. Well, all I'm going to say is, obviously you're not racing either today, but he's quick. He's quick around here, I'll tell you that. So far, the fastest time is a 1:42 from VR, but them tyres will go off soon. So I can see MG Tokyo coming into the pits very, very shortly to go on to soft. So I think within the last like 4 laps, I'd say he's going to come into the pits onto the soft tyres to set the fastest lap of the race. But he's just running away with it this evening. Right? There's nothing we can say about it. But it just looks like now everyone is just spread out. There's no battles really happening on track. So yeah, we can just all relax here. Like I say, this is a very difficult track to navigate. It's a bit like Monaco in a sense. Well, as long as you stay safe there, Thomas, you know, everyone around the world stays safe. It doesn't stop you from driving, doesn't stop you from playing games or anything. In fact, you're actually advised to play games, which is crazy to think. About 2-3 years ago, World Health Organization was saying that playing games a lot is a sign of is actually an addiction apparently, but now we're being told to play games. Bit of a crazy world we live in, I have to admit. What's happened to Basbay? Has he I don't know, he's going very, very slow. I think he's just got overtaken by MG. But there's no battles happening on track. Everyone is all spread out. This is boring. This is very, very boring. Actually, I'd rather it be like this than a load of safety cars, I'll be honest. And please, no one calls a safety car. We don't want that. That'll look bad. Basbay is coming to the pits. What's he doing? Is he going to retire from the race? Let's have a look. He's going to put on mediums. New front wing. So he's lost some of his front wing by the looks of things. And is he going to carry on? Yes, he is. Fair play to Basbay. You know, he's been lapped, sure, but he's still going to carry on, so fair play to him. You know, much respect. I know a lot of people would just stop racing altogether at this point. Yes, but I'm locked, not in my house. Oh, that's not good. Well, like I say, stay safe. You know, only go out if you need to. No TV, no Wi-Fi, no. Oh, that's not good. So how are you watching? Probably on your phone on what's it called? Stubay's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh dear. He is now going on to the hard tyres. VR46 with a time penalty. As well, 3-second time penalty for cutting the corners that little bit too much. Oh dear. I think a lot of people will be happy once this race is over and they don't have to race at this track again for a while until next season, which will be on F1 2020. Of course, F1 2020 is still going to be made. It's still going to come out around the same time as normal, and hopefully you guys can join us here for that. Of course, this is a brand new racing league, only got created like a few weeks ago, and I want to say thank you to the league owner for letting me be part of history of this league, for being the first ever commentator. Of course, I've made this channel officially, the official channel. So if there's ever a time that I don't now do comms, I will then hand this channel off to someone else. Of course, I'm not one of the people that will be like, oh no, this is my channel, you can't use it. This is now the officially CFR's channel. Thankfully, I made it originally for doing F1 content anyway, so. But it's nice to see all the support and everything from everyone this evening. Hope everyone is, like I say, staying safe and is well. Libaquerte is in the pits for another set of mediums, the Pink Panther car, as the outfits were just rendering in. As we have got a yellow in sector 1. I think that'll just be just like a visual sort of glitch, just someone coming out of the pits. Like I say, it is going to be MG Tokyo pretty much taking the race victory this evening, and I wonder, like I say, if he will come into the pits, go on to a set of softs, set the fastest lap. I think the fastest lap at the moment is actually VR46. In fact, I'll take a look at the fastest lap time now. The fastest lap is a 1:42.4 by the looks of things. I wonder if there's anyone else that's gone faster. It doesn't look like it actually. Yeah, you can definitely tell there. Just looking at his previous times, he's in the high 1:44s. So he's just preserving his tyres for now. But it looks like, though, like I say, the fastest lap is so far going to Mr. VR. Just double checking to make sure that no one else is on. Has got a fast time. 1:52 there, 1:45. No. So, like I say, VR46 has got the fastest lap so far, and he is in the pits onto hard tyres. Very surprising. He definitely could have gone onto mediums there, or another set of softs. So yeah, like I say, looks like MG Tokyo is just preserving his tyres that little bit longer. Doesn't want to push it too much. But we'll have to wait and see what he decides to do very, very shortly. There's still no battles and that going on track, which is sad to see in a way. So this isn't going to be a very long highlight. It's not going to be a very long highlights video, I tell you. It'll be much shorter than the first one. Although Stube has actually retired from the session. Oh, hang on, it's raining. There is rain. This is going to be interesting. Oh, hello, there is rain. There's rain, there's rain, there is rain. This is going to make things even more interesting. The heavens have opened. There's a little bit of rain. Thankfully, no safety car as of yet. You know what, yet? It does look like Bassbait could take... It could actually get points, you know. In fact, I think he will get points. Because Luke Bailey, if Luke Bailey doesn't get back into his car and Pedersen Beaton doesn't get back into his car, then they're not going to score points. They will not score points. So Bassbait at the moment is going to get the final points. So Bassbait, if you can hear me, carry on driving because you will get 1 point here. And I'll make sure that you get that point because, like I say, those that are in... Oh, Bassbait, no! I was just singing your praises, dude. No! Bassbait, I was just saying that you get a point. So it does... There's a VSC. It looks like now people might come into... Let's see what happened here. And it just looks like they just lost it. Going through the little mini S's there. Oh, Bassbait, no! So it's only going to be the top 9 finishers here, unless Luke or Pedersen Bean can get back into the session. DRS has been enabled again, but it looks like people might have to come into the pits here. We've got Flecky Boy coming to the pits. Is he going to roll the dice and go onto the inters? Let's take a look. Is he going to go on the intermediates? No, he's gone to the. Oh, he's gone on to the mediums again. Oh no, that's not what you want to be doing, I don't think, because you'll have to pit again soon. Yeah, the rain's coming down a lot heavier now. But it looks like though Mike is dropping away from Energy Tokyo, so they're still on board with the race leader for now. It's a little bit wayward out of that the exit. Is he going to come into the pitch anytime soon, or is he still comfortable on the hard tyres? Oh, almost goes into the wall by looks of things. Oh, he's struggling, and that's caught Oliver around. Done a little bit of a pirouette there, so he's lost his front wing. I wonder now if this has to now surely be Inters. This has to be intermediate tyres now. Oh, it's a safety car. There is a safety car. Mason Harris has rolled the dice already. He has now gone on to the intermediates. Let's take a look at Enji Tokyo. Is he coming? He's not coming into the pits. He's not in the pits. Oh, this might not go well for him. I personally would have gone on to the Inters right now, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Colin Oliver is now in the pits. I wonder if he's going to go on Inters. Yeah, he's on Inters. This could be a changing point of the race. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, right. Remind me, guys, to actually press record properly. So yeah, Energy Tokyo at the moment is on hard tyres, same as VR46. Mike Cool could actually end up winning this race here, because it wouldn't surprise me if those ahead of him will come into the pits very, very shortly. Surely it's got to be Inters soon. Pardon me. Let's go on board with Mason, see how stable his car is. Yeah, his car looks so much more planted. So we've got VR40. Oh, this could be race ending for VR46 and MG Tokyo here. The Bakuata has got a 5-second time penalty for crossing the pit lane exit too early. They're still on board with the two front runners for now. Are they going to come into the pits? What is going to happen? Maybe Tokyo has got enough space to stay ahead. It looks like MG Tokyo is now coming into the pits. He's now coming into the pits. Will he lose, though, the race lead? He might not. He might get away with it. See what VR46 does. Is VR46 going to come into the pits? Yes, he does. So let's stay on board then with Mike Cool. Can he take the race lead? What is going to happen here? And it does. I think it might happen, you know, because there's the other cars. And Mike Cool has judged the pit stop to perfection, and he is now into P1. And of course I wasn't recording because I didn't expect anything like that to happen. So I'm going to have to do it the way that I've been doing it today. I just clipping it sort of thing. So yeah, the fastest lap at the moment is VR46, so he will definitely get that extra point. So congratulations to VR46 for taking an extra point there. But Mike Cool, pretty much out of nowhere. Let's see where he actually started. Did he start fairly high up? No, he actually started in 8th. So if he can get the race victory, that's a fantastic job there from him. I'm just hoping though, under the restart, everyone is sensible. That is all I can hope for. So yeah, everyone will now be on intermediates. I wonder if the safety car will come in either this lap or next lap. Probably next lap. So then, let's run down the top 10 for now, or the top 9 technically. We've got Mike Cool, MG Tokyo, VR46, the Puerta, James, 8 places of course, so good job from him. Carl, Mason Harris, Cod Oliver, Luke Bailey and Pillars and Beam are not in their cars, so I wouldn't expect them to get the points. And then in 9th, it should be 9th for really, it's going to be Flecky Boy. So hopefully he can get to the back of the train and everything. Doesn't look like the safety car's going to come in just yet though. So I wonder if Flecky Boy can catch up in time. But I will be speaking to the league owner about this and just say, oh hang on, no, Flecky Boy's on the mediums. Flecky Boy's on the mediums. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve the points now, I have to say. So we've got some carbon fibre on the track here. But I wonder if Flecky Boy is going to come into the pits. He's going to have to come into the pits now, surely. And go on to the inters. Let's see what Flecky Boy does. Surely he's got to pit. Surely. It looks like he is. So yeah, that is the right thing to do. We've also got Mason Harris in the pits as well, but I think he's now going to lose out on a place to Cod Oliver. Ooh, gets a little bit wide on the exit of the pit lane. We've got about 4 laps to go, so it's going to be another sprint finish, just like last week's race, I believe. Safety car is going to be in this lap though, so everyone now is going to have to slow down and stick with Mike Cool's pace, but it won't, in my opinion, I don't think it'll take long for Tokyo to retake P1 here. Just going to keep an eye at the back of the grid here. Oh, La Puerta, what's going on here? What is going on? James gets a 5-second time penalty. Just go straight into the back of La Puerta. I think La Puerta was trying to slow down to let the back markers back through. So, but anyway, we are racing yet again. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the instant reports later on this evening. Of course, everyone has got until I think Saturday or Sunday to get their reports in. But anyway, like I say, we are back underway. It's going to be, like I say, sprint finish already. 2 seconds in front They are quite kind of, yeah, no, I can't even speak. MG Tukio and Mike Call are starting to pull away from VR46. Can Mike Call keep this position? Of course, everyone's going to be on the dry setups at the moment. Of course, you can't exactly change your setups. But it does look like, though, that MG Tukio could finish in second. But let's take a look at the penalty situation, though, between Mike Call for a second. He's got no penalties. No penalties whatsoever. And, well, Tukio has no warnings. So, if it finishes the way it is, Mike Call will win today's race. But it depends if they can stay out of trouble. Just kisses the wall. They both kiss the wall there for good measure. Flecky boy is in the pits again. What's going on? New front wing for him. Let's stay on board with the front runners because this is where now the action's going to be. Thing is, though, Mike Call has pulled out almost a 2-second gap. But Tukio has got a very fast car on the straight. Oh, what's going on here? Mike Call has got no pace on the straights. No pace whatsoever. Oh, is he going to get moved on? Yes, he does, and Tukio retakes P1. But there was no pace whatsoever for Mike Call. So unless he's put his front wing all the way up to give himself extra downforce, I wonder. James is in the pits. He's going to be serving his penalty, I believe. And possibly to get a new front wing. Yeah, he's serving his penalty here. But that'll still keep him into P6 anyway. We have got a yellow flag in set. Oh, it's one of the McLarens. Oh, this is why we have ghosting on. This is why we've got ghosting on. Because of that situation right there. Mason Harris drops it at the end of the S's there, I believe. And just loses his front wing. So that'll be a pit lane for him again. But thankfully for him, he won't lose a place just yet. So yeah, it looks like though Mike Call is sticking with a bit of Tokyo Drift action there. He's sticking with Tukio here. It does look like he's got some extra downforce and gets a better turning circle there. Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm not a fan of this track personally, but you're in the points, so stay calm. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, Mike Call just not very confident whatsoever through the S's in the rain. Liverquerta is catching. He's catching. He's caught VR46, but they stay on board though with VR46. He's going to come back at Liverquerta. Goes on the left-hand side of the track. Can he get this moved on down the inside? So far, so good. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy. And Liverquerta holds on to P3 for now. But this is getting very, very interesting. So, the top four both having their own battles. In fact, though, Tukio is now running away with it. He's got to ruin it, NC Tukio. He's got to ruin it, of course. But as it stands, by looks of things, it will be Tukio, Mike Call and Liverquerta taking the podium positions. Mason Harris is just on his own now. He just wants to finish the race. We are close to the final lap. We're about halfway towards the final lap, should I say. And it does seem like that Mike Call is better through the corners. Mike Call is much better through the corners here than Tukio. VR46 gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's gonna always 3-second time penalty for VR46, so that means then maybe a chance for a podium is out of the question. Let's just take a look at the penalty situation between these two. Oh, hang on, Liverquerta's got 10 seconds time penalty, so I don't know if he's actually served them or not, because if he hasn't, that will then promote VR46 into P3 by the looks of things, if I've done everything right. Oh, maybe that's why he wanted to keep backing out of the corners. thankfully he hasn't lost any front wing. But we are now we're about to start the final lap of the race. Mike Cool has done a brilliant job though to get from P8 to P2. So maybe he just wants to finish this race here, and I wouldn't blame him. But we'll go back on board with them guys very, very shortly. Luke Bailey and Pillars and Beams has not rejoined, so it will be Flecky Boy, in my opinion, will finish in 9th. Flecky Boy should be the one that picks up points here, in my personal opinion. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. There's no other battles though on track, so we are going to stay on board with MG Tokyo. As long as he doesn't get any penalties, he has won this race. Maybe Mike Cool though can come back at him right at the end. Is Mike Cool just going to bomb it down the main straight? Is he going to try and just go for it? The track conditions are worsening as we speak though, so anything can happen here. Tokyo could drop it out of some of these corners. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be an interesting race. It's going to be an interesting finish to the race. 1.2 seconds is the gap now between the top two. It's all, if, like I say, if Tokyo makes a mistake, then that's it. But that could be race, that could be the victory gone. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But let's see who can get a better exit. Doesn't look like neither of them gets a good exit, in my opinion. So it does look like, as long as MG Tokyo can just keep it calm, he does. Let's have a look at... no, if that's it. I think it's fair to say, though, that Tokyo, barring some kind of desperate, unfortunate miracle, Tokyo is about to cross the line to win his 2nd race in a row, the 2nd race of the season here in Azerbaijan. Mike Cool will come across the line to take P2. Let's keep an eye on Leperquerta. His penalty situation is going to demote him. He gets a 5-second time penalty, but VR46, I think, you know, VR46 is, no, he doesn't get P3, so Leperquerta takes the last place on the podium. Let's keep an eye on Carl, up 5 places, of course, started in P10. He's about to cross the line to finish in P5, so fantastic job. James, of course, with, like I say, some questionable driving to start with, I have to admit. Up 7 places, of course, he got that 10-second time penalty, or 10-second grid penalty in qualifying. But he's done a great job, to say the least, to get into P6. And 7th, it will be Cod Oliver to cross the line as well. So James, it finishes in P6. Let's keep an eye on Cod Oliver then. He has no front wing for Cod Oliver. And you know what? Mason Harris could take P7 right in death here. Oh, my voice is cracked. I haven't hit puberty just yet. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Is Cod Oliver just going to let him pass? Will Cod Oliver just concede this position here? Don't do anything stupid. Oh no! Oh no! Mason Harris right to the death. I'm sorry, but Cod Oliver didn't have a front wing. He should have just let Mason Harris go through. So it will then be Flecky Boy. Personally, I think Flecky Boy should finish in 8th place here because of the fact that Pillars and Beam and Luke Bailey have not got into their car to end the race. Mason Harris, that is his bad. So if that's your opinion, then that's fair enough. But that is the race over. Like I say, personally, I think Pillars and Beams, the 2 Alpha drivers, should not get the points. It should be Flecky Boy, I think it was. So let's just take a look at the final standings. Of course, I will speak to the league owner about this position here. But your race winner for today, MG Tokyo. A very difficult race, but he took that by storm. Mike Cool takes 2nd place. A fantastic drive from him, up 6 places. Then we've got Leperquerta, VR46, Carl, James, Cod Oliver, Mason Harris. And then we've got Luke Bailey, Pillars and Beans, Flecky Boy, Stube, Bassbait, Joel, and Need for Speed. Like I say, I do think that it should be a points finish for Flecky Boy personally. I think Flecky Boy should finish in 9th. Actually, no, Mason Harris holds on to 8th place. Mason Harris gets 8th place. Fair play. Of course, Flecky Boy didn't finish in time. So, but because these were all laps, I still think though Flecky Boy should finish in 9th, and Luke Bailey and Pillars and Beams should not get any points. It's because because everyone was, the people behind you, Mason, was all lapped. So, but that is the race over then, guys. I will now show you all the people that are watching highlights, the championship stands and everything. And yeah, I hope everyone has a brilliant day. Goodbye. Oh, that was an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I think Flecky Boy should get 9th. I will speak to the league owner about that one. We'll see what happens. But for you guys at home, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Like I say, this is where now all the content is going to be coming from, the CFR channel. Like I say, if I can't do the comms, it will be someone else. Hopefully, we'll try to get someone else to do comms with me. I might have someone in mind. But yeah, thank you to those that race this evening. Fantastic job. You know, very difficult track. Of course, next week is going to be Canada. For me, my driver of the day is going to have to be Mike Cool. Fantastic job from him. So I will let those that need to know. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good evening. Stay safe, everyone, and I will catch you next week, 8 PM. Goodbye.